Hi, Jason here, and welcome to the second part of a guide to banana farms. In part 1, I have covered the top path farm and the bottom path farm, and in this video, I will be covering the middle path farm, the bank. Do note that middle path farms rely heavily on monkey knowledge, so in this video, monkey knowledge will be always enabled. So let's start with the third tier monkey bank. The bank compared to plantation and marketplace is relatively more expensive, costing 3.7k. When you get this upgrade, your farm is going to stop putting money into your wallet. Instead, it is going to store the money inside it. The base stats for the bank is horrible. It makes you $230 per round, which is way inferior to that of the banana plantation or the marketplace. But this is where the bank's perks come in. The bank is going to make you 15% interest off the money already inside the bank after each round. Early on, this 15% is nothing. We have about $200 over here, and 15% of that is about $30. $30 bonus, that's it. But later on, this thing gets so powerful, it's not even funny. Once the money inside your bank gets to 4,000, the interest is going to be $600, which is a lot, and this amount will only grow. Eventually, you'll be making thousands of dollars per round off the interest. The bank maxes out at 9.5k, so when it does that or when it hits about 9k, you want to collect from it and let it start over from zero. For cross paths, always go for the greater production, as it's going to increase the money per round from 230 to 310, making your bank fill up a lot quicker. A 2-0 bank is going to fill up in about 11 rounds. If you divide the cost for the bank with the overall money your bank makes you per round, you get about the efficiency of 9, which is way superior than the 16 of banana plantation and the 15 of marketplace. Heck, it even trumps the 14 something of the BRF. That's when you know it's good. If that still wasn't enough, banks get an insane boost from Benjamin. At level 5, Benjamin is going to add 5% income to your banks, and at level 9, it's 12%. Listing shortens the time your bank takes to fill up by another entire round. So is the monkey bank, the all overpowered, the best way to make money in this game? Well, no, and here is why. The main problem with banks is that they keep the money they earn instead of giving it to you. While your bank is slowly saving up, you can't use the money on extra farms or extra defense. This, plus the fact that if you're using Benjamin, he is not going to level up in time for you to get the bank hack, makes the banks mediocre at best for the early game. For further proof, you can see in this game in the background, on one side I straight up rushed the bank ASAP, and on the other side I got the natural bunch of 200 farms, which are by the way the most efficient farm possible. I got the same defense and ended up selling everything at the same round, round 27, which is when the bank collected. If we take into account everything, that is the money lost due to sell value and the potential income per round after this, the end results were pretty much the same, with the normal farm one being actually a tiny bit better because of the snowball effect that banks just cannot do. In the late game, banks are also pretty much outclassed, not because of the efficiency, but because the banks are just not powerful enough compared to late game options such as a BRF spam, a Monkeynopolis, or a ton of merchantmen. What the banks do excel at though is the mid game. Like in the mid game, Benjamin gets his level 9, which is really important, and also the money is pretty stable, so you won't be losing that much money because of the bank keeping all its money inside. And also by then, you get the privilege of buying multiple banks at the same time. You can get them to sync up and make them all collect at once with no fuss whatsoever. So yeah, here's the general summary I have for the bank. The bank is insanely powerful if we only take into account the money it makes. It pairs very well with Benjamin, but because of its drawbacks, it's a mediocre at best option for early game farming, and it's just not good enough for late game farming. It is though one of the best options for mid game farming. Okay, so with the main course, the bank done, let's talk about the 2 extra upgrades after the bank with the last minute or so. The IMF loan is a $8,000 upgrade that increases the capacity of your bank by $3,000. It also gets the ability to deposit money, which basically kinda skips the early parts of the bank where it's not that powerful. The strat is to deposit once, wait for it to fill up, and collect and deposit once again. With my code, the IMF loan is actually not that bad. But for me, I would rather stick with the third tier banks. I would get multiple of them instead of getting this upgrade. Oh, and also there's listability, which actually pays you a ton of money, but you have to pay it back over time. The income of it is pretty much neutral, but you can use it to get some extra farms faster. And for the last one, Monkeynomics, instead of making you pay back the money, it's going to straight up give you the money. And yeah, there's really not that much to it. It's just a really powerful late game farm that you normally get in a late game run or a Lunarius run. That's about it, guys. This concludes the 2-part guide for banana farms. And yeah, Jason out.